The first message arrived on a Tuesday afternoon. "You're not coming to the wedding." My mother texted. There was no greeting. No pause between thoughts. A few seconds later another message appeared, this one from my father. "Selena'S family doesn't want you there." I read both messages twice. Not because I didn't understand them, but because they were written with such casual certainty that my brain kept expecting some kind of follow-up, an explanation, a correction, something softer. Nothing came. I set my phone down on the kitchen counter and watched the kettle boil. The quiet in my apartment felt unusually sharp, like the air had changed pressure. Selena is my younger sister. Her wedding had been the center of our family conversations for almost a year. The engagement alone had turned into a small campaign about appearances, guest lists, photographers who specialized in luxury events. Her fiancé's parents owned a construction company that had apparently done very well for itself. My parents had been careful with their excitement around me, careful in a way that suggested they were embarrassed by something. Not by Selena. By me. I wasn't the glamorous one. I didn't have the polished career or the polished partner. I ran a small event coordination business that mostly survived on corporate seminars and mid-sized fundraisers. Useful work, but not impressive in the way Selena's new life was supposed to look. Still, I had helped. Actually, I had done more than help. I was the one who toured venues when my parents were busy. I handled early negotiations with the caterer. I coordinated the lighting company Selena found online but didn't know how to book. When deposits were required, I used my professional account to secure the reservations so vendors would hold the date while the family transferred money. Behind the scenes, I had been the quiet infrastructure of the whole thing. And now I was apparently not welcome to attend it. I picked up my phone again. I typed one sentence. "So you chose status over blood." I stared at the words for a moment, wondering if they sounded dramatic. Then I sent them anyway. The reply came quickly. "Don't make this harder than it needs to be," my father wrote. My mother followed with, "It's just easier this way." That was the entire explanation. No apology, no negotiation. Just easier. I didn't respond again. Instead, I opened the laptop on my dining table and logged into the event management folder, where I kept vendor documents, contracts, deposits, confirmation emails. I had organized everything neatly because that was my job: details, timelines, contingencies. For a while I just looked at the list: Grandview Hall, venue reservation, Silverline Catering, deposit secured, Aurora Lighting, equipment hold confirmation, event liability insurance, active policy. Each file had my name attached to it somewhere. Not because I wanted control, but because someone had to handle the paperwork. A strange thought settled in my mind. If I wasn't part of the wedding anymore, why was I still responsible for it? For a moment I considered doing nothing. Letting everything proceed exactly as planned. Disappearing quietly while the celebration unfolded without me. That had been my role for years, after all, supporting from the edges. But the more I sat with the idea, the more it felt like a kind of dishonesty. Continuing to organize the event would mean pretending their decision hadn't changed anything. And it had. I opened the venue contract first. Grandview Hall required a coordinating party responsible for communication and payment scheduling. The name listed there was mine. I had signed the preliminary reservation to secure the date while Selena and her fiancé finalized their guest list. There was a clause allowing the coordinating party to withdraw before the final payment stage. I read that clause 3 times. Then I wrote a short email. "Hello, due to a change in my involvement with the event scheduled for September 18th, I'm withdrawing as the coordinating party for this reservation. Please advise the family directly regarding how they wish to proceed with the booking." I attached the contract reference number and clicked send. After that I emailed the caterer. Then the lighting company. Then the insurance provider. Each message was calm and professional. No drama. No accusations. Just a simple fact: the person managing the event was no longer involved. It took about 20 minutes. The phone started ringing about an hour later. My mother's name lit up the screen first. I let it go to voicemail. A few minutes later my father called. Then Selena. When I finally checked the messages, they all carried the same tone. Confusion moving quickly toward panic. "What did you tell the venue?" "They say the booking is under your account. Call us back immediately." I listened to them, without feeling the rush of anger I might have expected. Mostly I felt tired. Eventually I called my parents back. My father answered on the first ring. "What is going on?" he demanded. His voice sounded different than it had earlier that day. Less confident. "The venue contacted us saying you canceled something." "I didn't cancel the wedding," I said quietly. "I stepped away from organizing it." There was a pause. "You can't just do that," he said. "I think I can." Another silence, longer this time. "They said we have to sign new contracts," my mother said in the background. "Or the date might not hold." "That's their policy," I said. "You should have told us first," my father said. "I thought about that." "You told me I wasn't part of the wedding," I said. "So I stopped acting like I was." No one spoke for a moment. In the background I could hear my parents arguing softly with each other, the way people do when they suddenly realize how much work someone else had been quietly handling. Finally my father said, more carefully, "You didn't need to go this far." "I didn't go anywhere," I replied. "I just stepped out of the way." When the call ended, my apartment was quiet again. I made tea and sat by the window while the evening light faded between the buildings across the street. My phone buzzed a few more times that night. Questions about paperwork. A message from Selena asking if I could just fix it quickly. I didn't respond. For the first time in a long while, I wasn't the one holding everything together. And the strange part was, I didn't feel victorious. Just clear. Sometimes respect isn't something you demand. Sometimes it's the moment you stop pretending you're invisible.